Alright, like crocodile on the table. Lay down there. So happy, right? So happy, right? Yup. Good morning.
What do you mean?
Me too! Why so heavy? I really is much better. Much more richer.
Theirs was tight.
Yes, it was. And mostly with all the kids there. Dang. Hi, Mommy. I wish you were here. Bye-bye.
The building on the right has been renovated to some extent. They operate full-time today now as a multi-music venue. Aztec Theater, 1926. Notice the building next to the Aztec Theater. That was once the site of the L. Frank Saddlery Company. They used to supply saddles for bikes up, Teddy Roosevelt as Rough Riders, Pancho Villa as revolutionaries, the French, the British, and the American forces during World War I. From 1901 to 1922, they occupied the site. What's there today is known as the Mocara Hotel and Spa. On the left side, friends, this is La Mansion Omni, constructed in 1852. In 1853, it was known as St. Mary's Institute, a school started by four brothers of the Society of Mary. In 1927, it was known as the San Antonio Law School. In 1966, the law school was relocated to a newly completed complex upon the present-day site of St. Mary's University campus today, thus rendered destruction and left vacant. A graduate of St. Mary's did return to the area and he purchased the building. He adds a 6-story addition overlooking the river where we are now. And internally, the building does incorporate graceful Spanish arches and columns, cloistered courtyards, plus the romantic interiors are accented with the antiques of Colombia, Mexico, and Spain. La Mansion Omni, 1968 today. Are y'all enjoying yourselves in the city? Alright, how about the rest, y'all? Alright, yeah. This is a natural waterway. We're a pond right now. It's known as the San Antonio River. We're going with the flow. The river depths anywhere from 3 to 10 foot deep. Coming up, hit the bridge, look skyward to the left, skyward to the left. This wall is considered to be one of the finest colorful terracotta walls inside of the Southwest. That is the Nix Hospital building, constructed in 1930, still home to the hospital today, known as the Nix. If you ever may be interested in chartering a Rio San Antonio cruise aircraft again, we can be contacted at riosanantonio.com. This contact information is located upon your ticket stub, riosanantonio.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. We are at your service and we'd love to hear from you. We have the safety guidelines: no tobacco products, please, no vaping, 43 life jackets aboard. Kindly remain seated during the course of the tour. Be mindful of your hands and arms and elbows on the other side of the boat. Looking to the fourth of the boat is the Hyatt Regency Hotel. Notice the fact that building before us is not very tall. You know why? Because located on the other side of that structure is Texas's shrine to Liberty, the Alamo. If the building up there was any higher than it does appear, it would cast a shadow right upon Texas's shrine to Liberty. Did you know that to this very day, there are no independently located structures in the downtown San Antonio, Texas area that ever could possibly cast a shadow upon Texas's shrine to Liberty? Since 1836, remember the Alamo. Looking to the forefront right side of the boat up there, we see the Casino Club building. Notice, if you can, how the brick structure get lighter from the bottom to the top, all the way around the building, right on up to that multi-tiered gold dome setting. It doesn't look like anything else in the city. In 1927, that building was known as the German Casino Club. Today, the Casino Club building is an apartment complex. The 5-year waiting list, they say, Art Deco. You know, for years there was nothing but delivery docks, garbage containers, parking spaces, and plain backs of walls just facing the water of the river. Enter one Robert H.H. Hugman, a native San Antonian returning to San Antonio in 1928 after studying architecture. This was a few years after the worst of some very serious flooding, which occurred in 1921. And people were sincerely talking about paving over the natural bed of the San Antonio River here as it meanders its way to the heart of the city. The young Mr. Hugman, he too opposes the idea of paving over any part of the water. Plus, this also adds his voice to those attempting to preserve the area. Upon his own initiative, Mr. Hugman did design a master plan for the river. It included buildings, bridges, walks, benches, lights, and waterway features, and combined old world charm with the natural beauty of the area itself. He personally designed every single detail of a plan, from a pattern in the sidewalk to a gadget that changed the light bulbs and the light fixtures. Looking on the right side of the boat there upon the cliffy building is the historic downtown riverfront office of Robert H. Hugman, architect. This whole entire area may never ever have had existed as it disappeared, and had been for the return of a native San Antonian to San Antonio in 1928. Robert Harold Harvey Hugman, often referred to as the father of the Riverwalk, because he often fondly referred to the river as his baby. Hence the nickname, Father of the Riverwalk. And on the right side, once again, this is Casa Rio. This is the very first restaurant here on the river, 1946. They still make a preserve of great tasty tomato, sagrado pepper, onion, and cilantro salsa here. It is delicious and nutritious, and I am not being facetious. And take a left turn off the natural bed of the river now into what's known as the man-made extension. This area we're about to enter into was excavated from street level back in 66-68. It's going to be 3 foot deep upon entering throughout. We're going to leave the natural bed of the San Antonio River entirely and enter into what is known as the man-made extension. Reflecting upon this area of the river here before us, we start at the year 1929. You see, in 1929, San Antonio was caught up in the midst of a major building. Later that year, 1929, the U.S. stock market suddenly crashed, and the building boomed in downtown San Antonio. It does come to an abrupt halt. The downtown area would not fully recover for nearly 40 years. The first step to move the downtown area towards recovery started out as an idea and began to formalize in 1958. The solution would be an international exposition. The event would become known as Hemisphere, a play on words from the original title of the event, which was Hemisphere World's Fair. San Antonio is planning to host the Americas, Mexico, Canada, and all other countries that shared this side of the globe with San Antonio exclusively. And Hemisphere was planned to kick off April 1968. So from 1958 until 1968, the downtown area's revived can-do spirit stayed the course and succeeded in accomplishing a goal that brought international attention to San Antonio, and an estimated 7 million people visiting the Alamo City during the year that the Alamo City Theater was also celebrating its 250th anniversary as a city, 1968. The finished fairgrounds completed man-made extension, as well as the adjoining convention center extension, and a slew of new hotels and restaurants opening up throughout the city of San Antonio, suddenly provided everything needed for a successful San Antonio tourist and convention destination. Hemisphere put San Antonio on the national as well as international destination map. Any questions? I only have so many answers. You see 2 iron bridges before us. We're going to take the one on the right. Coming up the iron bridge on the right, look to the forefront right side of the boat up there, and you will see a giant spire heading up into the sky to the forefront right side of the iron bridge, right past the bald cypress tree. There it is. That is the Tower of the Americas up there. That is more than 600 feet up into the air, constructed in 1968. The bottom level is a rotating restaurant, does a 360 hours time. The top level is a non-rotating outdoor observation deck. Offering views of the 16 miles around as the restaurant does rotate. It's truly a fantastic way to see the 7th largest city in the United States, 2nd largest city in the state of Texas. This is all area-wise. San Antonio here does span a range of 364 square miles in south central Texas, routing up to the edge of the Texas Hill Country and rounding down to the Gulf Central Plains. Our population is 1.3 million people. As far as the largest cities in the state of Texas are concerned as land-wise, it's Houston, San Antonio, and Dallas in that order. And Houston leading the way. We surpassed Dallas about 10 years ago or so, land-wise. Looking to the forefront left side of the boat up there upon the facade of the Lilac Cockrell Performing Arts Theater, so named after the first female mayor of San Antonio, is the confluence of civilizations. The artist's name is Juan or Horman. He utilized 7 different pieces of natural, hand-gathered, hand-cut stone in 2 different colors, especially glazed brick, to create the depiction of the cultural and the scientific influences of 2 distinctly different cultures coming together. On the left is a Hispanic culture emerging, on the right is an Anglo culture emerging, and they meet in the center, creating one of the American families of the future. This is very possibly world-class art. Those are 24 by 24-inch concrete supported slabs that make up the canvas of the artwork. Notice the character lines are clean and complete, not flawed or distorted. Notice the fact that the canvas itself is of a bow. It's not just straight across. This artwork was not done on site. The measurements had to be exact. When they brought the artwork back and set it up there, square by square by artistic square, the 400,000 pieces of hand-gathered, individually hand-carved, hand-cut, hand-placed stone had to fit evenly, precisely, finishing the appearance throughout, creating the 3D effect you might have noticed going away, appearing upon the surface of the confluence of civilizations. World-class art, world-class art. It took them about 150 days to do that. Coming into this area brought us to the Convention Center. The Convention building does run a big city block to the west of us. This is the back east end of the Convention building. The city just added 1 million square feet as of late to the Convention building, and is now in process of adding more space to the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center. Henry B. was the first Hispanic American elected to the House of Representatives in '61. He occupied a seat in the House for 28 years, representing the city of family friendly. San Antonio. Drawn around the little lagoon going forward, you will see that there is some railing in the water. The boat is about to engage. The railing does rock a bit. Now requesting to everybody aboard, please refrain from reaching out to great stones and grab foliage going to the railing here. We're going to jostle about a little bit going through to be sure. Some people believe San Antonio is the oldest continuously active municipality in the United States, even older than St. Augustine, Florida. Let me tell you why they do believe this way. Back during those days, to the north was Apache and Comanche territory. But then Apaches and Comanches, they come right to San Antonio, Texas, kill, pillage, and burn. After a while, from here to Laredo, going south in between, was classic badlands. Every type of outlaw, renegade, and bandito that you'd hope not to encounter is located over there. They too come into San Antonio, Texas, kill, pillage, and burn. This city's always united and stood as one, defending the city, fighting back, driving out the interlopers, regardless of who was inhabiting the town at the time. Had it been Spaniards, Mexicanos, Tejanos, Texians, and Texans, or all the above. Yes, they unite for the common good, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, all associated with a sense of common dignity. Common good, common dignity. They lived for Texas, and Texas lives for them. Hence the claim the oldest continuously active municipality in the United States since inception. Yours truly, San Antonio, Texas, 1718. Draw and clear this footbridge. Look across the street on the right side of the boat if you may. You see a couple pretty flags up there across the street on the right side. You draw clear. There they are, national and state. There's a legend floating around out there somewhere that would have you believe is against the law. To fly Texas colors at the same height as national colors as we are doing, but the opposite is true. Any state in the nation can do that, as long as national colors are to the left of the observer, as the 2 flags are formally presented. But what's against the law? Try and take and fly your state colors independently of national colors at the top of the state capitol building, anytime you want, and as much as you want, like they do in Austin. That's against the law. It's something that you will see distinctly throughout the state of Texas. The reason why these occurrences occur out this way, well, Texas here was a nation unto itself for 10 years. Had been won independence from Mexico all by our lonesome. Prior to joining the United States in 1846, one of the stipulations was, Texas must be able to fly state colors independently of national colors at any time that we so desire. So we do. Hence the saying goes, only in Texas, the Lone Star State. This is true. And does anyone know what it means? We say, don't mess with Texas. That's an anti-slogan there, right? Don't go walking along and just go out of your bubblegum wrapper by the wayside. Discover into the wastebasket. Don't mess with Texas. Come on, what's the matter with y'all? Don't mess with Texas. Am I coming on too strong? Going to take a right turn now to what's known as the River Center Extension. The Santa River about 1032 was excavated from street level up this way back in 85, excavated from street level back in 85, 88. And the construction of River Center Mall, which about the sea beyond that second footbridge out there, right there on this first street bridge. And it's still 3 foot deep yet, it's still 3 foot deep. River Center Extension, River Center Lagoon, River Center Mall, 85, 88.
Destination. Camera like that, you put down flag.
This is our mall. It's like about 100 shops on about here. Shop hours from 10 till 9, Mondays to Saturdays, and Sundays from 12 till 6. To the forefront of the boat up there is the Marriott River Center Hotel, which boasts over 1,000 rooms, and it's one of 5 of the largest hotels in all of Texas. The original owner and builder is Eddie DeBartolo Jr., also the former owner of the San Francisco 49ers. Any Niner fans aboard? No Niner fans? Niners. How about those 5-time world champion Dallas Cowboys? How about the rest of y'all get off my boat now? How about those 5-time world champion San Antonio Spurs? How about the rest of y'all get off my boat now? Just kidding, just kidding. But the story is behind the Marriott before they built it. Another hotel already located there, known as the Fairmont Hotel. A building is registered upon the National Register of Historic Buildings here in the United States. And given the Fairmont's historic significance, the structure could not just be torn down. So DeBartolo announces we're going to move the Fairmont. This is how they did move it. They brought in a series of 36 axles connected to hundreds of hydraulic sensitive airplane airfield tires. And they lowered the 3-story, 3.2 million pound Fairmont Hotel building squarely, brought upon those axles and tires and hydraulics, and they rolled the structure about 3 blocks to its current location on South Alamo Street intact, where it does serve today as the Fairmont Hotel. It was a 5-year study that initiated a 6-day relocation process, setting the record